Western New York is now home to over 40 craft breweries. That, combined with our beautiful waterfront, makes Buffalo the perfect city to host one of New York State's premier craft beer festivals. The New York State Brewers Association has partnered with the Western New York Craft Brewers Guild to host the second annual New York State Craft Brewers Festival at Buffalo on Saturday, September 25th at Canalside, Buffalo. Tickets for the New York State Craft Brewers Festival at Buffalo are on sale right now. Pre-sale tickets are $55 and include admission to the event, a 7-ounce commemorative tasting glass, unlimited 3-ounce beer samples, opportunities to meet the brewers of your local brewery, and so much more. A full list of participating breweries and more information can be found at thinknewyorkdrinknewyork.com/Buffalo. That is THINKNYDRINKNY.com/Buffalo, or on their Facebook event page. Hope to see you all there. We sat down with Matt Kahn, president and co-founder of Big Ditch Brewing Company, and Joseph Marshall, co-owner and brewer of Lily Bell Meads, to talk more details about the event, location, layout, and what to expect when attending. Coming up. Welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo Happy Hour. Mike, what's going on, man?
Derek, we're doing things a little different here. We have a upcoming event, so we sat down with two very important board members to discuss the event that is coming up on September 25th. So you guys want to first introduce yourselves and your businesses that you're representing, and then we'll dive into the actual festival.
Sure. Matt Kahn, president, co-founder of Big Ditch Brewing Company, and board member of the Western New York Brewers Guild.
I'm Joe Marshall, co-founder of Lily Bell Meads in Lancaster, also a secretary on the Brewers Guild board.
Fascinating.
So when was the Brewers Guild founded? Has it been around for a while?
So the Brewers Guild really actually started right around, it was coming together right as COVID was starting, actually. Sure. So it was probably like early 2020. We actually had an election, I guess, during that time. And then because so many of us were sort of down during that time, it took a little while to really get us restarted. But really over the last, 6 months or so, we've really started to build it back up with it, culminating with this event coming up.
Sure. So this event this is the second run of this event, right?
So this is sort of like an event that's been going on for many years, but this is the second time that it's really been like the New York State Craft Brewers Festival in Buffalo, really hosted by the New York State Brewers Association.
So what was the first event like, and was it something that you guys were prepared for, the amount of people that came out? Because I know it was pretty busy.
Yeah. So I think pretty much the entire time we've had this festival, and even the last time, it's usually been maybe around 1,000 people or so.
Wow.
But this is like a great location for it. Having a Canalside is just like great outdoor location. Plenty of room for everybody. And the last version of this, we also had a lot more breweries from all over the state. So there were different sections and regions and different breweries that maybe you wouldn't normally see or check out. Mm-hmm. So I remember the last version of this just being like, I'm pretty sure it was a beautiful day that day.
It was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous, and just it's always great to have these. Everybody's just hanging out, and one of the best places to hang out in Buffalo. All the brewers usually come. That's one of the unique things about this festival is that the brewers or owners exclusively can pour at this festival.
Cool.
So if you want to come to this festival and really talk with the people who own your your favorite local brewer, the people who actually make the beer, you're going to be able to do it at this festival. So it's a pretty great time. It should be a pretty great time again.
Yeah, was that a conscious decision to make sure the brewers were there to talk? Because that's not typical for a lot of these festivals.
Yeah, I think that was always the intent of this going back, was just so you weren't talking to a rep, or you weren't talking to, anyone you're talking to there is someone that has a direct hand in the beer that you're drinking.
That's awesome.
There's a sort of a long history of volunteers serving at festivals who didn't necessarily know too much about the beer. And sometimes that's still okay, but I think the New York State Brewers Association in particular were like, if we're going to do this and the people who make the beer have to really be involved. That's one of the keys. You can't even serve at this if you won't provide that. So it's definitely a focus. I mean, again, it's the New York State Brewers Association. It's by the brewers for the brewers, and that's key to them.
Do you see a different type of customer base come out to this than you normally see in like your establishments coming, where they just want to enjoy more of the atmosphere, I guess, of being a part of something bigger? It's a very like meta question, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, to some degree, yes.
Sure.
A lot of times at a festival like this, you'll see definitely the regulars. I mean, you'll see the people that are
That's cool.
at every event. That are regulars of Joe's place or my place or anybody else's place. But when you come to Big Ditch or Lily Bell, you'll just have our stuff. So it's a good way to really see everybody all at once and try a little bit of things from everyone that's there.
Sure.
So I does think it tends to mix it up a little bit, and you get some people just like, hey, this is a cool event to do for the day, and I'll get to try all these different things. So it's a mix of both.
So this event, you guys are obviously going to be there, Big Ditch and Lily Bell. From how many other breweries are going to be there, and what are some like top names that people would recognize?
I think there's, locally in Western New York, I think we have 27 total. And then I know other breweries from across the state. I'm pretty sure Prison City,
Sure.
But a lot of the big names that you can't always go try, locally or in this area. So I think that's a fun part. I know that's a fun part for us too, is that breweries that I would love to go to more breweries and places, but I tend to be at our own most of the time.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's fun for us to all be able to get together and experience the beer from across the state too, as well as each other's that we probably don't get to try as much as we'd like to.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's supposed to be 45 or over 45 breweries there, and just to echo what Joe said, there haven't been really many, if any, festivals over the last year and a half.
Right.
And for me, in the same way, I'm like, these are social events for me to be able to get out and see everybody. So, for a while, there were way almost too many of them, but now I really miss them. I miss seeing everybody, so I'm pretty excited to go to this. And again, this is really the marquee festival in our area.
Sure.
So the big ticket items, it is September 25th. What time does it start?
2:00.
2:00. It goes till about 6?
Till 6.
We'll say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's Buffalo, so sometimes
6-ish,
things,
yeah.
There's an ish.
It can linger a little bit.
Yeah, it's been
sometimes.
happening.
Which is
Especially once
fine.
everybody's hanging out.
Yep.
This year, I feel like it's going to go a little past 6 just because of the time in between the last and this.
Yep.
And then what are ticket prices?
The tickets, I believe, are $55 pre-sale and I think $65 day of.
And then how can you get them?
Basically through the New York State Brewers Association websites, they have an events page. There's you can look them up all over social media. I think their Twitter handle is Think New York, Drink New York.
Okay.
Anywhere on this poster too, there's a QR code you could scan. That'll take you right to the website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you go to
purchase
basically
that
any
way.
of our breweries, you could find these information on this event.
Okay. Yeah, we'll include a link in the description too for anybody that's listening that wants to join. So with that $55, what does that get you?
Unlimited samples from the 45 plus breweries from 2 to 6. There's going to be various different areas too, some educational areas, and just even a chance not just to meet brewers, but even see where we get our products from some of our producers.
Oh, that's cool. And suppliers.
Yeah.
Those educational, like how to make beer?
I believe there's supposed to be some of that, but also in just some history of Buffalo beer and this, we should say Western New York beer in this area.
Yeah.
And just to have a little more of an interactive experience, just beyond the interaction of, yes, please, I'll take more beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that that's a bad thing. But.
So I personally haven't been to this before. Is it trucks or is it tents that you guys set up? Or how logistically is it set up?
I believe the whole area is tented,
Okay.
and then what I just saw was that I think there's going to be food trucks there for food, so that's the way to get food. And then one of the tents again was like this farm to pint tent, so which is basically like for farm breweries, which there are a few around the area which are using local ingredients.
Like yours.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Like Exactly. We have to use, for mead-wise, we have to use New York State honey exclusively, but if you're a farm brewery, 60% of your malt and your hops have to be New York State as well.
Gotcha.
So you can learn about that program and, highlight the suppliers and the people using those those ingredients. So, that's kind of how the layout will go.
Is it organized by, like, when you set up this spot, is it organized by, like, region? Like, all the Buffalo beers are here, all the West Seneca breweries are here, or is it just whenever you get there, you set up and people should just find what you want?
I think it's more like the, you're going to see a little bit of intermingling,
Sure.
But definitely, like, you get closer to the farm to pint tent is where you'll find, the farm producers and breweries.
Sure.
But I mean, that could be anyone from across the state. There's lots of New York State farm breweries.
That's exciting. How is it working with Canalside to get this location?
So this event, I believe, there's, again, a few different variants of how this event has gone, but it's been at Canalside now for many years.
Okay.
Again, different versions of it. This organization had a good partnership with the folks that run that run that site, and like we've even talked about other places, but again, there's just no better place particularly for an outdoor event than Canalside right now. So they've been very they're great to work with. They're understanding of our needs and have helped us a lot in the planning of the space and what we want to do.
Sure. It's really cool.
And last tip, if you had to give a guest of this festival a tip, how would you navigate the unlimited samples? Would you start with one kind of beer and end with another kind of beer?
Pace yourself, obviously.
Water is your friend as well.
Water's your friend.
Beer is 90% water. So
right.
It's okay to skip the other 10% every once in a while. And just
I don't know. I haven't gone to one of these as a customer in forever, so it's hard for me to say that. But maybe you want to have a plan. So get an idea of what everybody has. Go get a beer, walk around, say hi to everybody, and figure out the ones you want, and just take your time and have fun. It's certainly a marathon. It's not a race.
You got 4 hours. You can pace it.
Oh yeah,
you'll be fine.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for sitting down with us. We really appreciate it. If any of you really want a ticket to this, there's a link down below. It's going to be a great time. We're going to be there. We're going to have fun. We're going to drink as much beer as I'm just kidding. You need water too. But it's going to be a good time. You need to try it out. And it's at Canalside, so what more can you ask for?
So, should be a great day.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
You.